Hi, this is Derek Wright from Houghton Horns at TMEA 2020, and I'm here with Jim and Cora Patterson from Patterson Hornworks. They're some of our special guests for the weekend, and I wanted them to tell you about the horns that they brought with them. So Jim, if you could just tell us the horns, introduce us to some of the horns that you have on the table here.
Sure, I'd be happy to. This is our Geyer R, probably the most popular horn that we have. Kind of our take on the Geyer. Well, we have a very similar horn, which is our Knopf. Interestingly enough, it's kind of basically the same horn that we recreated here. Originally, we wanted to make a horn that was a smaller diameter that would fit in a case.
Yeah.
And so we just shrunk that down. And I actually thought this would be our model that we would go with. It turns out they play different, and so we have to make both.
Okay.
And then we have our triple horn, which is very popular. We made a lot. It's a wonderful triple horn. The low F horn does speak very well for a triple horn. And lastly, we have our descant, which, and both of these horns right now are currently they're the high F models, but we're working on high E flat on both of them.
Okay.
So this is something that we've been asked to do, and we're going to try to respond to that.
What would be the advantage of high E flat in your opinion?
Well, I don't know. I've never played one.
Okay.
I'm going to have to build one, learn how to play it. But what I'm told is that it feels more like a double horn. You know, the high F side isn't real shrill, or it doesn't feel quite so small as a high F. So people that play them orchestrally like the high E flat. So we'll find out. We have one other instrument I should point out, and this was a joint venture with Houghton Horns, as you know.
Yes.
And this is a modified Yamaha 671. And we're showing it here at the show, and we're learning about it and getting some good feedback on it. And we hope to know a little bit more by the end of the show.
Okay. Yeah, and I know, so this is not just, you didn't just slap your lead pipe on it and call it a custom horn.
We actually adjusted some of the braces for acoustical purposes so that it would have more evenness.
Stress as well.
Yeah, and relieve a little bit of stress from that, and maybe a little different smoothness than Yamaha designed, but something that is more to our liking.
Great, and I have tried the horn, and I can tell you from personal experience that it plays great. It's nice and focused, it responds well, it's in tune. I mean, it's a lovely horn at a mid-price point. So I know your Geyer and your Knopf have been out for a while. Are they your best-selling horns now, or?
Yeah, the Geyer. Yeah, the Geyer. I mean, this is we made 92 of those.
Wow.
In not that long.
Us. We have one other model that we didn't bring. We have our Crespi model that we started making in Los Angeles for that market, similar to a Con 8D style horn, and those sold very well for a long time. It's not the most popular horn right now, but I still love it. That's the horn I play, and there's a lot of people who are still fans of that model, and that's something that we still play, and it's still relevant to us, but not so popular all the time at the shows.
And you guys should know that when you buy a Patterson horn, no matter whether you buy it from Patterson or you buy it from us, if it's a Patterson horn, these guys stand by it. I've seen it happen so many times where if there's any issue that pops up or anything, you can expect personal attention and a relentless drive to make sure the customer is happy and that the horn is working well. And Jim and Cora are just great people. We're very happy to have them in our booth and happy.
Like the Houghton's family.
Yeah, and happy to be working with them.
Yeah, and we're happy as well.
Right, thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
And thank you, Cora. Thank you.